Men of Reddit, what's the most romantic thing a woman in your life has ever done? I've always had a passion for astronomy, and it had been a childhood dream of mine to see the CERN supercollider in Switzerland. My GF, not being much scientific herself, didn't understand the beauty of such technology. She's an English teacher. Started to cut back on expenditure on things she liked for a couple of months. I occasionally offered some financial support, but she always kissed me saying there's nothing to worry about, and so like any partner I worried my ass off. Some months passed. It was nearing my birthday. I hadn't seen my GF all day as she went to work, yet she arrived late. She came up to me with an envelope and simply sat beside me, anticipating my reaction. I slipped out 2 tickets to my childhood dream into my hands, as well as cried like a child in her warm embrace. I'm smiling so much typing this, but she, without even leaving any hints, sacrificed so many months of comfort just to fulfill a dream of mine. She, now my wife, currently live in Switzerland and live a couple hours drive away from the facility. I'm currently trying to assemble an elegant trip abroad just for her to the Maldives after this whole lockdown eases. I've never loved someone so much. I have read so many replies, but this is the most amazing thing I have read on this thread. Heck, you better give that woman a kiss from me when you see her again and ask her if she will adopt me. Much love. London. My long distance GF flew 6,000 kilometers to spend her 2 weeks winter vacation with me. My long distance GF ex told me she didn't love me and never talked me to again. To ask the opposite, oof. Helped me move. I never felt more loved than when I was flipping the hell out trying to get packed and figure out how I was going to get everything to my apartment, and my very organized girlfriend drove out from an hour away several nights in 1 week to help me make it happen. She bought us tickets to Cedar Point, even though she was afraid of roller coasters. Takes you to the best place on earth and holds your stuff while you use the single rider line. That's wife material right there. Edit, an apostrophe. Holds your stuff while you use the single rider line, stays at the hotel and empties the minibar. I was having a rough day and she simply put my head on her lap and petted my head and gently scratched me until I fell asleep. Sweet. I loved pirates, and it was my birthday. I'm a cook and I love food and all things related. While I was at work, my girlfriend at the time made a pirate scavenger hunt with a piece of paper she burned and made look like a map. I was turning 23 and that was the best thing ever. Wait, how does the pirate scavenger hunt have anything to do with your love of food? I'm confused. Slowly lights a cigarette. She made me a scrapbook of our entire relationship and saved everything from all our previous dates in order to put it into the book. She also got me a custom guitar pick with our anniversary. Man, I love that woman. I'm actually doing this for my boyfriend, but I don't have a lot of pictures of us when we went on dates. Pro tip: draw simple pictures of what your movie ticket looked like, the color you remember them wearing, or small notes about what you remember them saying that made you smile. I lost my favorite pair of sunglasses at a building on campus. By the time I realized I was in my dorm and was swamped with a paper, I was upset and expressed this to her. She left and came back soaking wet. She went back to campus and walked along every path I had taken and checked the building for me to try and find them as a pick-me-up. Unfortunately, she couldn't find them, but it was so sweet. I assume she was wet because it was raining. If so, that makes it extra sweet. Yes, it was pouring. Super sweet. A girl I knew I had a thing for her, so she pretended she couldn't find her phone. Then asked if someone could call it. I said sure, what's your number? We got married a year later for 15 years. Damn, she got moves. My birthday was the 9th, and since we can't go out, she made me my own escape room in our house. It made me feel so loved I almost cried. I lucked out with the greatest girl in the world. Something similar happened to a friend of mine. He was chained up by his girlfriend on his birthday. Classic. Texted it was really sexy. Then nothing for 8 weeks. Lucky. I didn't have a mattress throughout high school, and my then girlfriend came over for the first time and she looked very disgruntled. So she talked to her parents and arranged a surprise visit for me to go to IKEA and get a bed and a desk. I've never loved someone so much. Girlfriend to parents. Hey mom. This boy I like took me back to his bedroom. I just could not do it. I could not. Find a comfortable position to sleep. I need your help. I mean he needs your help. To sleep. I was really close friends with her family beforehand and they didn't know the position I was in. Good joke though. While I was working the whole day and eating shit like junk food, she cooked and placed it in front of my door. While I was at work, she lived 1 hour away from me, so she just drove for that. Coming home, seeing all that delicious food in front of my door was heartwarming. I'm hopefully marrying her this year. Good luck friend. Thanks mate. I dated a girl who decorated a matchbox with the message "We are a great match" and filled it with edible matches, little pretzel sticks dipped in colored chocolate at the end to look like a match. She clearly put a lot of thought and effort into it, which was really what meant the most to me. Unfortunately, no, we are not together anymore. Edit. We broke up for a few reasons. We were in an LDR several hours apart, some long-term compatibility issues, etc. It kinda messed me up for a while, because she was a really sweet girl, and I liked her. But, yeah no, life goes on, and so must we. We still chat every now and again. We're on good terms. That's so adorable. Really thoughtful, wow. After a particularly bad day, laid my head on her chest, pet me and told me everything would be okay. I honestly feel like that's what every man craves, but not many will actually admit. I'll admit it. Have been single for a whole ass year and that's literally all I want right now. Edit. So this is what gold feels like. Cheers. Pulled me to a dance floor dragging a chair behind her, standing up on the chair and we danced. I'm quite tall. My son had a girlfriend in high school who has cerebral palsy. She could walk for short distances, but it was hard. He took her to a school dance. He dragged the chair that she was sitting in onto the dance floor and danced with her. My kid is the best thing I ever did. Wow, that's so awesome. What a cool kid. My wife did a few things for me that I definitely consider romantic. There was a time I was really hungover, so she, being a paramedic, started and forth on me and put 2 bags of fluids on me. Made me feel a lot better. She would also make me breakfast and bring it to me just as I was getting up for work in the afternoon. I work nights. She would also shave my neck when I couldn't get to the barber. I never asked her to. She always offered. Duck. I miss her. What happened to her, if you don't mind me asking? Open bracket. I don't mind at all. An arterial blockage that more than likely caused a heart attack. That's what the MES report said. She was also pregnant and had just had her first trimester checkup, where we were told both her and baby were healthy and had nothing to worry about. I was running a fever and slept on the couch outside. Throughout the night I would wake up to see my girlfriend kneeling on the floor, using a wet handkerchief to sponge me down. I love her so much. AHH, that is so sweet. These posts are making my heart shed tears. I broke my leg 3 months into a relationship, unrelated to the relationship. My family had just left town that day. I had emergency surgery. She drove me to the surgery, picked up my meds during the surgery, picked me up when I woke up, drove me back to her place, and took care of me for a month there. This included sponge baths, waking up to give me painkillers in the middle of the night so I wouldn't wake up in agony, having food for me during the day when she went to work, and making sure I was happy overall. 4 years later, and we are still together. If all that shit ain't romantic, I don't know what is. You're a lucky man. My wife cut my hair tonight cause I can't go to the barber and she knew it was bugging me. That must have felt great, both for the haircut and having your wife playing with your hair. It did. She did her best. I'm wearing a hat tomorrow. My last girlfriend arranged a surprise birthday party for me at a trampoline park. I was turning 30. As a kid I could play on a trampoline for hours. Last time I was on one I was 19, and I was winded in 5 minutes and needed a break. I'd get tired just trying to get up on that thing. threw me an unbelievable surprise 50th birthday party that had 75 attendees including friends from out of state and kept it a complete surprise from me. Absolutely blew me away the amount of work, months of coordination, and care that she put into it. One of the best nights of my life. This was just this past January. I got her a calendar with pictures of dogs pooping on it. Pretty sure we are even. I actually tried to do the same for my ex. I invited all of his friends, many I hadn't even met before. Got decorations, cooked in secret, and got people to pull up for a gift. Come birthday and I asked his friends to invite him somewhere so I could decorate and his other friends could come over and surprise him. His friends are lovely, but a bit useless in convincing him to leave the house. I tried every excuse I could think to trick him out of the house without revealing the party, but he refused to leave. People were starting to arrive in a few minutes, and he was starting to get annoyed with me for badgering him, so I finally had to ask him to go out for a moment, so we can make his birthday happen. He was upset at me for a long time for revealing it, despite having tried my absolute best for weeks, and up until the last minute. Even if it wasn't a surprise, it would have been nice to have a thank you as I just wanted to make him happy. It's really nice to read happy stories like yours. It gives me courage to maybe try that again in the future with someone else. Sounds like a great thing that he's your ex. His problem, not yours. It won't seem like much, but it was a big deal to me at the time and kind of still is. We had only just been dating a few months. Only a few dates under our belt due to both of our busy schedules. And I don't know why, but I couldn't shake this feeling that she just wasn't into us. That she was just playing along for some other ends meet that I wasn't aware of. But near the end of one of these dates we were on her couch just chatting with my arm around her like I usually do. And then she got up to roll herself a cigarette as she was still in the middle of quitting at the time, but still smoked when stressed. And as she got up off the couch, she leaned back down to me to give me a kiss. This was our first kiss that didn't feel like a mandatory goodbye kiss, as that was the only kind of kissing we had done before this, and for some reason it kind of just melted away those doubts I had. A little while later I asked her about it, and she told me, I know you're disgusted by my smoking, so I wanted to kiss you before I smoked. The fact that this felt like our first genuine kiss together, and that she thought of me and my feelings in that way just kind of reassured me of the relationship, and we're still together today a year later. This made my heart happy. I'm happy for you all. The lady next to my house said that my hair looked nice. You mean your neighbor, or just a lady next to your house? From the bushes, nice hair today, Mayo. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.